It's kind of late, you know. What time is it? It's about 1 a.m. But I can't sleep. Big surprise. This is pretty normal for me. So I was sitting around just thinking about this team, the Miami Hurricanes, and this season. And I picked them to go to the ACC championship game this year based off of the way that the schedule was laid out and some things that we had heard going into this season from spring and fall camp. So I said, you know what? This year they're going back to the conference championship. Maybe they win it. Maybe they don't. I didn't really predict past that. I really truly did feel comfortable predicting the Canes going to the ACC championship game in 2025. But I've been sitting here for the past little bit here. And number one, I was looking at the remaining games on the schedule. That's part of it. But also beyond that, looking at every top team in the country. And then it just hit me. And I had to hit the record button because I want to just kind of sit down and have an open conversation with you guys unscripted and see if anybody feels the same way that I do. There's not a single team in the country right now that I feel like Miami can't hang with. Now, keyword obviously being right now. I mean, we're not even really technically, I guess, at the halfway point of the season. We've played 5 football games. So there's still a lot of football to be played. And I mean, collapses happen, injuries happen, and the opposite can also happen. Teams can start to hit their stride, maybe go on some sort of crazy run. So things can change at any point. But really, when I'm looking at the top teams, so these are teams that, we're assuming are going to be playing in their conference championship, pushing for a run in the college football playoffs, there's really not a single team in the country that I feel like creates a major mismatch for Miami. And I want you guys to know that that's not the fandom talking, and I mean it. I'm capable of being objective. I've predicted L's for the Canes before in other games. But I really believe that Miami could play Ohio State tomorrow. And I think that the Canes would be capable of winning that game. Not a prediction. I'm just saying they could hang. They could come out on top against the Buckeyes. I feel the same way about Oregon, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, Oklahoma. You name it. Pick any of them. Miami can hang with any team in the country right now, and I just can't tell you the last time that I truly felt this way. Not last year. I mean, I felt pretty good about the offense last year, and we thought that maybe we would have a shot at the ACC championship game at the very least once we were 9-0, right? We knew obviously there were glaring issues with the defense. So then I said, hey, anytime we play a team that has a high-powered offense, some of these actual top complete teams, it's going to be game over because Miami needs to put up 40, 50 plus a game, and it's only a matter of time before that doesn't happen because things don't click or the ball doesn't bounce our way or something happens. Cam has an off game or whatever it may be. I wasn't thinking that last year. It wasn't a national championship caliber team. And sure as heck wasn't 2017. Heck, that was when it was the Cardiac Canes, always playing from behind, having to come back, barely surviving, escaping with the win. And they took a dump at the end of the season against Pitt and then got demolished in the ACC championship game. And I feel like we, as Canes fans, we wanted to believe, but we saw that coming. Going into that Clemson game, it was just such a huge difference in talent and size and athleticism. Like, we knew that we were going to get our booties beat in that conference championship game. We were just hoping, and it was just cool to be there, I guess, because we hadn't been there. I don't get those vibes or those feelings this season. And again, guys, I know it's early, but I'm just saying that I can't get over this feeling. I've been struggling to figure out what it is, and I guess it's confidence. I guess maybe I'm actually feeling a little bit cocky, but feeling like that I'm allowed to say some things that Coop wouldn't typically say because I feel like the team can actually back it up. And trust me, those of you that have been around for a while, I've been doing this for 9 years. You know that I don't go around spewing the Canes are back. The Canes are winning a national championship this year. The Canes are winning the ACC this year. No, sir, not me. I don't typically talk like that. I'm pretty hyped and excited, but hey, pump the brakes. We'll see what happens. And this is not a prediction. I'm not coming on here and predicting they're gonna go and win the ACC. I have predicted they go to the ACC championship game. But look at the conference. Miami could go toe-to-toe with anybody. I wouldn't be worried about any team that Miami could play this season. And it's just kind of an odd feeling for me because I didn't grow up in the 80s. Heck, I wasn't even born until 89, so I'm a 90s kid. But then even so, I didn't grow up in a household that was full of football fans. So I didn't even start watching Miami until the early 2000s. And yes, they had the run there early. But that's just when I had become a fan. So when I was actually able to fully embrace the fandom and say, I am a Miami fan, it's been more bad than good. So it's really difficult for me to buy in completely and be all in and really, truly believe in this team. Because as far as the way my brain is wired, they're going to crap the bed late in the season. Which is something that, obviously we're all looking at, those November games. We're going to play Louisville on a Friday night, and then you got SMU. You got to end the season away with, Virginia Tech, and Pitt can be kind of sneaky good. But even when I say all of those things, there's an extreme level of confidence in me with this team. And it's not like they're perfect. I just did a walking and venting saying, hey, like what happened in the fourth quarter? Where's the killer instinct from this team? Like what's going on? But I still was confident in that game. And it's difficult for me I'm trying to just talk myself through this. Just right here on a video with you guys. And maybe you can help me out. It's so hard for me to believe that I really truly feel this way. But I do. I feel like they can overcome, any issues that they're having right in the game, because it's all about, people act like the other team isn't also trying to win the game. It is not going to be perfect. There are going to be some missed throws from Beck. He's going to throw an interception at some point. Somebody's going to fumble. It's all about just overcoming that and finding a way to get a win and dominating on the football field. It's about, preparation that week. It's about the coaches out scheming. And I feel like that Miami overall is kind of a complete package this year. I feel like they're playing together as one. I feel like the coaches are dialed in. I feel like the players understand how serious this is and how much it would mean to finally win the ACC, to make it into the college football playoffs and bring another national championship to Miami. And listen, I don't believe in jinxes or any of that. Like we joke around and stuff on this channel all the time, but I mean it. I don't believe in jinxes. I don't believe that me making a video talking about this has any impact on the team or any future games. Whatever's going to happen in those games is all about the coaches and the players, period. And I think that it's disrespectful to believe otherwise, but I'm not taking a shot at people that do the lucky jerseys or any of that stuff. It's all in good fun, right? But I just truly don't believe, because I know what some of the comments are going to be here. Coop's talking about a natty, for Miami and ACC championship game. So here we go. Now it's all screwed up. Man, I don't believe in any of that nonsense. I'm a grown man. I believe that it's about hard work. But I'm about to say something that hold on. Let me take a drink of water here. I'm not predicting a national championship. But guys, I'm really starting to believe in this team in a way that I've never believed in the Miami Hurricanes before. And I'm feeling like it's not just Miami. Obviously, I think that this team is pretty darn good. I think there's plenty of things that they need to work on and correct. And I hope that they'll do that as the season progresses. But a lot of it is also just college football in general right now and looking at the way this thing is playing out. The teams that are good and the way that the teams that are good, the way that Miami matches up against those teams. It's about some of these teams finally having a down year. Clemson, some of the other big top teams in the country that are typically, at the top that, whatever it may be, NIL, transfer portal. And it's kind of pushed them back a bit, and we're starting to see some other teams close the gap. Again, people continue to talk about the parity in college football. It's made it a little more fun, honestly, if we're being real. If you're one of the teams that's winning because of it. I think the Miami Hurricanes might be playing in the national championship this season. And I can't believe that those words just left my lips. Anything can happen between now and then. We're in October. But if this team can continue to build on what they've got right now and just get better each week, I think this squad could be unstoppable. They have the depth, they have the talent, they have the athleticism, they have the size. What do they always say wins championships? Defense and I guess you could say trenches, right? Being able to run the ball when needed, having the big guys up front. And the defense is definitely better than it was last year. Again, it's not perfect, but we got guys flying all over the place. We look fast, physical. And I think that they are getting better each week. And if we can dominate all these teams up front at the line of scrimmage, I don't know who could beat Miami. And if it's close, who cares as long as Miami comes out on top? They don't have to be blowing everybody out by 30, 40 plus for me to think that they're capable of making it to the ACC championship game or the national championship. We can sit here and do the whole breakdown of previous teams and the close calls that they had throughout the season, but they found a way to face that adversity head on and they came out on top. You find a way to win. And I agree though, right? Great teams find a way to dominate. But you got to find a way to win, and I think that this team could beat any team in the country. Tell me if I'm crazy. I haven't done one of these late night thoughts in a long time, and usually I'm all over the place because, it's late. I should be in bed, and we're kind of just free balling it. Am I crazy for thinking that the Canes could finally actually do it again? Because I don't feel crazy for thinking that. That's the problem. I don't know. You guys tell me, but my confidence is building at an alarming rate, and it kind of scares me a little bit. Remember, though, guys, we're all one big happy college football family. But at the end of the day, I got to say, it's always better when you get to rep the U. Coach Coop, peace out. I'll see y'all in the next one. I'm going to, maybe I'll try to lay down. I'm going to try to go get some sleep.